everyone, welcome to English online class of Sri Gokulam Public School Guruvayur. I'm Sabita Joseph, your English teacher. How are you all? Are you fine? Are you happy? Very good. Have you write letters before? Maybe you write greeting letters to your friends or relatives. Is it? The fun or the kind of happiness while writing the letters or receiving the letters is always special. Writing the letter and put the letter in the post box and delivering the letter from the postman, and you can see the brightly colored stamps and you can see your name on the envelope. And knowing that inside the envelope there is a long awaited message from your friend or family member. It gives a kind of happiness and it shows that someone cares for you and someone has taken their own time to sit down and think about you, and the letter is for you. And that thought gives us a kind of happiness. And you can see their own handwriting and you can read the letters again and again. So I felt letters has a soul rather than these text messages. So, and this letter writing is also an art. So, today let us learn how to write a letter. So, let us start today's class. Letter writing. There are two types of letters. The first one is formal letter and the second one is informal letter. So, what is a formal letter? Formal letter follows a certain pattern and formalities. It's strictly kept professional in nature. For example, when you're writing a leave letter to your class teacher, it follows certain kind of format or pattern. It can be any type of business letters or a letter to any authoritative person. It usually contains formal language, not a casual language. It contains formal language. So, formal letters is for business or professional communication. The next one, it is informal letter. What is an informal letter? Informal letter is a personal letter. When you are writing a letter to your friend or relatives, we use casual language or we use writing conversations. So that is informal letter. That letter contains your personal conversations. Okay, so when you are writing a letter to the authoritative person or for business purpose, it is formal letter. When you are writing a letter to your friend or relatives, it is informal letter. So that's the difference between formal letter and informal letter. And also there is a difference in the format of this both the formal and informal letters. Today let us know about the informal letter. So informal letter means the letter to your friends or relatives. It is for personal communication. So let us start today's class. Let us know what is the format of an informal letter and what all things you have to keep in your mind while writing the informal letter. So you know the letter. So on the top left side, you have to write the sender's address. So if I am writing the letters, I have to write my name and address. If you are writing the letter, you have to write your own name and address. So on the top left side, you have to write the sender's address, your own address. If you are writing the address, you have to write your own address. Then below that, you have to write the date. On which day you are writing the letter. If you are writing the letter on 2nd October 2020, you have to write like that. 2nd October 2020. So, below the sender's address, you have to write the date. And below the date, it comes the salutation. Salutation is the greeting used in the letter. For example, dear friends. If you are writing a letter to your father, you can start like, dear father. So that is salutation. The first one is sender's address, then comes the date, then comes the salutation. The next one is the body. What is the body of a letter? The first one is the introduction. The introduction part, you are introducing the matter, you're asking how are you, and all kind of such kind of sentences you can use in the introduction part. And next comes the content. Okay, content includes the matter, why you are writing the letter, what is the important thing that you have to convey to the other person, that includes in this content part. The next one is the conclusion. In this conclusion part, you are supposed to conclude your letter. Okay, that is the conclusion of your letter, which means you can write, convey my regards to your family members. I hope you come my home. So such kind of phrases or sentences you can use in conclusion part. Then comes the complimentary clause or subscription. This part includes the phrases like yours lovingly, yours sincerely, yours affectionately. Such kind of phrases you can use this, which part? This subscription part. Okay. And below that, the signature. It includes your name and signature. I told you if I am writing the letter, I have to write my name and my signature. That is the signature part. So this is the format of an informal letter. So what is the format? On the top left side, you have to write the sender's address. Then below that, the date on which the letter is writing. And below that, it is the salutation. And after that, you have to start your letter. It must have an introduction and main content and a conclusion. After that, it is the complimentary clause or subscription, like yours lovingly, yours sincerely. That is the subscription. And below the subscription, you have to write your name and signature. So this is a simple format of an informal letter. I hope you got it. Now let us see an example. Then you can understand how to write a letter. Okay. Letter writing. Informal letters are written to friends and relatives. And you can see the format of an informal letter that we already discussed. You just read and understand. Now we can see the example. Letter to a friend from a boy who is going abroad with his parents in the summer holidays. So here the boy is writing a letter to his friend because he is going to abroad with his parents in summer holidays. So let us see the letter. On the top left side, we can see the sender's address. So here the boy is writing the letter. So here we can see the address of that boy. House number 123, Model Town, Hisa. This is the sender's address. And below that, we can see the date. 8 May 2000, can be 2019 or 20. And below the date, we can see the salutation. What is the salutation? Salutation in a letter means it is the greeting. So here, the friend's name is not mentioned in the question. So we can give any names. If the name is given in the question, we have to use that name. So here there is no name. So we can give any name. Dear Akshat. So this is the friend's name. So we are giving the salutation, the greeting like Dear Akshat. Then comes the body of the letter. A body of the letter includes an introduction, main content, and the conclusion. I am eagerly waiting for the summer break. We all are going to Canada to attend our cousin's wedding. So this is the introduction part of the letter. Then comes the main content. What a break from power cuts and till heat. We will be back in the first week of August. I have already taken exemption for the unit test. How are you planning to spend your holidays? Visiting grandma? So this part is the main content. Then comes the conclusion part. I'm anxiously waiting to hear from you with best wishes. So this part is the conclusion of the letter. So a body of the letter includes an introduction part, main content, and a conclusion. And after that, leave one line. Then comes the complimentary clause or subscription. That is, Yours sincerely or yours lovingly. Here it is yours sincerely. And after the subscription, it is the name and signature of the sender. So the name given here, it is Manohar. We can give any name because the name is not mentioned in the question. So we are giving the boy name as Manohar and his signature. So this is an example for a letter. Top left side, it is sender's address. Then comes the date. Then salutation. Then the body of the letter. Then comes the complimentary clause or subscription. And below that, the name and signature of the person who is sending the letter. Okay, then let us see some other example. You are Ankit Sinha. Write a letter to your friend telling him about your favorite TV serial. First, the sender's address, house number 7, Ring Road, Pune. Then comes the date, 18th September 2000. Then the salutation part, Dear Rohan. Then the body of the letter. I'm enjoying every bit of this new program, the Great Indian Laugher Show. I have always liked comedy, but it is a tragedy that such good shows are very rare. This is the introduction. Then comes the main content. Making people laugh is a serious affair. My dad makes it a point to watch it regularly. You know, Dad doesn't like any serial. If he enjoys it, I know Uncle would also. Then comes the conclusion. Exams are over and we have some time free these days. Are you also watching this comedy show? Do write back. Then, how is everyone at home? Give my regards to all. With best wishes, then comes the complimentary clause or subscription, that is yours affectionately. Then the name of the sender, Ankit, and a signature. So this is another example. Children, I hope you understood today's class. I hope you understood how to write a letter, and I think now you are ready to write a letter to your friend, is it? Very good. Okay, now let's conclude today's class. You have to do a textual exercise. I also attached an example in the Google Classroom. You can check it. You have to write your own letter. Then you can check that example also. Until then, take care. Bye.